Singarborn area. Irate public stormed residences of Power Minister Thongam Biswajit and CAF and PD Minister Laisangthem Susindro over Jiribam killings. Some injured after being hit by bullets. Curfew affects normal life in Imphal East, Imphal West, Bishnupur, Thoubal and Kakching districts. Shops and commercial establishments in Imphal area remain shut during curfew. Innocent women and children killed due to failure of BJP's double-engine government. Accuses CLP leader Okram Ibobi. The former chief minister emphasizes on meeting of 60 MLAs with Prime Minister. And armed Kuki groups fire bombs and bullets in Kadangban Part 1, Maite village, Imphal West. No casualties reported. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime. Sunday Primetime English Bulletin and BABINA HAJARIMAYUM bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. After the bodies of 6 persons, including an 8-month-old and 2 children who were abducted and killed by Kuki militants, were recovered from a river in Barak area in Assam, another lifeless body was retrieved by Assam police today. The dead body was fished out from Singarborn area in Barak River in Lakhimpur subdivision after locals of the area informed the police. The recovered body is yet to be identified. However, it is suspected that the dead body is 66-year-old Y. Rani, who was abducted by Kuki militants on November 11 after attacking Borobekram police stations in Jakuradhor and CRPF camp. It may be mentioned here that 3 bodies, including an 8-month-old infant and a minor girl, was verified by family members. Later, 3 other bodies were also found floating in the Barak River and were fished out by police and have been kept at Silchar Medical College autopsy block for verification. It is also speculated that a number of civilians kidnapped by Kuki militants could be more than 6. On the other hand, the 48 hours general strike called by public in wake of the killing of 6 civilians, including an infant and 2 other children, is underway. A large mob stormed the residence of Mayang Imphal MLA K. Robindro today, resulting in scuffle between the protesters and the police. Agitators as well as police personnel sustained injury in the incident. Earlier in the day, people coming from Uchiwa area came towards the residence of MLA K. Robindro. They were intercepted at Mayang Imphal Bazaar. As the situation got out of hand, police personnel resorted to fire tear gas and rubber bullets. The agitators also pelted stones towards the police. Security measures beefed up in Mayang Imphal area to prevent any further untoward incidents. Protesting Jiribam killings, irate people stormed the residences of Power Minister Thongam Biswajit and CAF and PD Minister Laisangthem Susindro last night. Some agitators sustained injury after being hit by bullets fired from the minister's residences. All the injured persons were rushed to Jennings Hospital. Locals of Kurai area ransacked the police booth in Lamlong Bazaar and also pelted stones towards the police. Police resorted to fire tear gas cells to disperse the mob. However, people continued to protest till late in the night. Scuffle also broke out between police and agitators. The mob also destroyed properties at the residence of Minister Biswajit. As the crowd had gone out of control, bullets were fired from Minister Biswajit's house. Irate public also stormed the residences of MLAs and ministers, including Works Minister Govindas Konthausam and Hyanglam AC MLA Y. Radheshyam last night, vandalizing and burning properties in wake of the news of brutal killing of 6 hostages by Kuki militants. The mob vandalized and torch Ningthokong residence of Works Minister Govindas Konthausam, Langmaidong residence of Hyanglam AC MLA Dr. Y. Radheshyam, Kairak residents of Wabagai AC MLA Dr. U. Deben, Wangjing residents of Wangjing Tentha AC MLA Paunam Brozen, and Sagolmang residents of opposition MLA Kundrakpam AC TH Lokeshwar. Irate public of the respective constituencies stormed the residences of MLAs and ministers. On the other hand, public stormed the residence of Kakching AC MLA M. Rameshwar last evening and damaged properties and burned several items, including a vehicle. Women folk of Moirangkom carried out Moira rally and formed human chain last night, condemning the brutal killing of 6 hostages, including children from Jiribam by Kuki militants. The protesting women raised slogans demanding justice for the victims and immediate solutions to the rising crisis in the state. Indefinite curfew affects normal life in Imphal East, Imphal West, Bishnupur, Taubal and Kakching districts. Respective districts of the 5 districts in Valley imposed curfew in all these districts from last evening until a further notice is issued. Important roads in Imphal wore deserted look today. Most of the shops in Imphal area remained closed. However, pharmacies were open. Major commercial establishments and shops in Koiramban Market, Pauna Bazaar and Tangal Bazaar remained closed during the ongoing curfew. Essential and emergency services are exempted from the curfew. Following the recovery of bodies of the 6 civilians who were abducted and brutally killed by Kuki militants, people in Valley of Manipur took out widespread protest. Irate people stormed and ransacked the residences of MLAs yesterday. Protesters had torched the properties at residences of MLA R.K. Imo and MLA Sapam Keba. People also thronged the residences of MLAs and demanded public disclosure of this den to resolve the crisis in Manipur. Internet services has also been suspended for 2 days in 7 districts since last evening in view of volatile situations in the state. Internet services have also been suspended for 2 days in Jiribam and Fairjol districts from 12 noon today. Chief Secretary to Government of Manipur, Dr. Vinit Joshi, has issued the order in view of escalating violence in the state. Manipur Cabinet urged the Union Ministry of Home Affairs to review and revoke disturbed area status from areas under 6 police stations of the state. The State Cabinet took decision for the same during a meeting which was held on November 15, signed by Mayengbam Veto Singh, a Joint Secretary of Manipur's Home Department. The letter dated November 16 said the State Cabinet met on Friday to discuss the notification on AFSPA and decided to ask the Union Government to withdraw it in public interest. The Union Ministry of Home Affairs MHA on November 14, 2024 reimposed the Armed Forces Special Powers Act, declaring 6 police station limits in 5 districts of Manipur as quote-unquote disturbed areas in the wake of the ongoing ethnic violence in the state. The Sekma in Lamsang Police Station limits in Imphal West, Lamlai in Imphal East, Jiribam Station limits in Jiribam, Moirang in Bishnupur and Laimakong in Kangpokpi districts were declared disturbed areas. The Home Minister is likely to hold a meeting to review the situations in the northeastern state. Union Home Minister Amit Shah today cancelled his rallies in poll-bound Maharashtra and is headed back to Delhi as the situations in Manipur continues to be volatile according to sources. The Home Minister is likely to hold a meeting to review the situations in the northeastern state, the sources said. Members of the Kuki community, including MLA LM Kaute, paid respect to the 10 slain Kuki militants. Their bodies were airlifted from Silchar Medical College, Assam yesterday, and upon arrival at Churachandpur District Hospital, the public, including MLA LM Kaute, paid their respect, video of which went viral on social media. On the other hand, bodies of the 10 Kuki militants are kept at morgue of Churachandpur District Hospital, awaiting for the post-mortem report. Union Minister of State, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Dr. Ramdas Athwale, condemned the brutal killing of 6 civilians, including children, by Kuki militants in Jiribam. In a post on X, the Union Minister expressed deep sadness on the tragic incident. He condemned terrorism and demanded severe punishment for culprits. Congress Legislature Party leader Okrami Bobi accused that innocent women and children have been killed in Manipur due to failure of BJP's double-engine government at the state and centre. While addressing the media today at his residential quarter in Babupara, Imphal, Ibobi urged the Chief Minister to swiftly initiate a meeting of all the 60 MLAs with Prime Minister to resolve the crisis. He made it clear if the Prime Minister refuses to attend the meet with MLAs of the state, then his gesture will be taken as violation of the Indian constitutions and disrespect towards the citizens of Manipur. While speaking to media persons, Ibobi stressed on resignation of incapable MLAs and election of new MLAs. He also condemned the silence and inactions of Prime Minister, Union Home Minister and Chief Minister over the abductions and brutal killing of 6 civilians, including children from Jiribam. He said the Prime Minister could have taken timely actions to save lives of the 6 innocent civilians, as 2 hostages were freed on earlier account. Ibobi also criticized the governor for being out of station amidst the volatile situation of the state. He maintained that people are frustrated and angry, and due to which they resorted to attack the residences of MLAs and ministers. Ibobi questioned if the centre has the hidden agenda to cause more bloodshed among the 2 warring communities.
시즌어버 야로이도버 condemn 오르버 센터기 NDA기 인진 아두가 시기 스테틀러리바 인진시 아니막시 더블 인진시 펠러시나 마라모이나 시 탁시 여럭버니 प्रजा기 미후니 하이드나 लौबीरक्तरगदी अखोइसी भारत की संविधान बु खोंगाउनरिब्रा और नत्रगा संविधान की मखादा चाही मंगागी तामनेना प्रजाना पिरइब मेंडेट मणिपुर की प्रजा मेंडेट हाइब तारे मसीबु उसितब्रा थवइदब्रा अपिकप स्टेट नि डू व्हाट एवर यू लाइक तौनिंग मनोय तौ अखोइना ताबिदर लोइरे हाइनु खलगादे कयु कांदा मसी अनौबा मेंडेट अमा लौबना दरकार ओइर मानेदा अखोइगी मणिपुर की प्रजा सिंगी मेंडेट से माना डिसऑनर तौरगदी लेरिबा सेंटर की गवर्नमेंट ने डिसऑनर तौरगदी कायरेदा मसी हाउस द फम्बसे अखोइ फ्रेश मेंडेट लौब दरकार ओइर अब्रा हाइबसे अखोइ नेक्स्ट स्टेप ता अखोइ मथंगदा अखोइ खनरकनी चीफ मिनिस्टर ने लीड तौरगा प्राइम मिनिस्टर सि माना फॉरेन कंट्री दे हेक हलकपदा अपॉइंटमेंट लौनरब तौबीरोबा मसी नोइगी सरकार पाइमिनरिबा डबल इंजिन की रेस्पोंसिबिलिटी ने अद करिगुंबा अपॉइंटमेंट से पिरक्तरगदी कोई मखाताबा स्टेप से करी लौजिगेदी अखोइ पुलप अमु खनबा म दरकार ओइरानी.
Also speaking to media persons, MP Dr. Bimola Koizum expressed concern of escalating violence in the state. He compared the situations in the state to that of the situation in Gaza. Dr. Bimola accused the state and central government for ignoring the rising violence. He also alleged the centre of disrespecting the state MLAs, MPs, Manipur Assembly, people in the state and Indian constitutions. MP Bimol highlighted plights and anger of people in the state. He appealed to the masses to control their anger and act by differentiating the capable and incapable leaders. Dr. Bimol also emphasized on understanding the actual causes of prevailing unrest in the state and had urged the people to not fall into the divide and rule trap.
Karigumba political grievances amabu address taunaba madubu natraga demand ama tanbada hingsa season erga tanbaisdi it is against Indian constitution aduga hingsa sathire gila khoi demand je pigene hairakududi aikoi di till our death adudi akoi di resist tawgane genuine oiba grievances we can address, but you cannot use violence and intimidation to achieve certain political goal. Adumadi clear in a position am koi lowam machang. What you watai sanar ga loisan mangaktani hingsana to gobenam te aduna. Akoi je degree yam henjale akoi central leadership ta show koi angam mathak ta koi dum pressure tawjai tawbam tokpane koi ithawni. Aduda natan koi party natana outside the party bawda akoi gi lobby tawdana khotana wari watai sana ba koi dum hona jeba. Kariguma ma phangno hona bda akoi gi people gi will oina represent tawriba akoi gi legitimacy thuaina bonar pase. Masi Manipur bu singna bani.
On the other hand, Kundrakpam MLA Thokchom Lokeshwar said an irate mob torched his residence in Sagolmang last night. He added the act was committed as people do not know on whom to put the blame for crisis in the state. He maintained that he respects the sentiment of public aftermath of the brutal killing of 6 civilians. Lokeshwar went on to say that the Prime Minister, Home Minister and Manipur Chief Minister shall be held accountable for the brutal murder. He said the 5 Congress MLAs in the state will resign if people wanted them to do so.
opposition ruling khaidana khudakta lobiro lawra kana miyam na khusmain lawre yadre da khoi punna don habigi guts laina miyam na message pihanninge sakri kanma tona kan mai dam ta torogadi khoi lebak se ploi tungra kana tum le hobodi nungai roi ai kaidona su prajadagi na thairaga chung chat roi prajagi any decision do club thangminraga manipur imalai ba kaibe yaroi thugai ba do khoi changjan min se abjai hajege yana nungai ta ba thodok se makha tan thokana na ba ai shoring ba pun dai shor khurum jari sini any jati pona mana karungma kan khona le ga su anga masan pi masa da nupa masa da sadra satri singda kan onam ba dai masi gak tadi kamati punam tai na pil sing wa tawbi ganu sini hena na manipur de le praja punam sing se mi na sa sanu uraga masai gi san na siba manak
Armed Kuki groups carried out a fresh attack at Kadangban Part 1, Maitai village from Tarang Haubi near Singda Dam today, starting a little afternoon. A villager told newspersons that Kuki militants fired bullets and launched bombs under the Maitai village of Kadangban Part 1 from Tarang Haubi Hill starting around 1 p.m. He revealed that the militants fired a few rounds and a launch bomb. However, the bomb fell and exploded on the godown of Keystone Construction Company located near Singda Dam. There has been no report of casualty in the attack. However, people working in the paddy field fled to safety, unable to continue their work. Personnel of CRPF and Manipur Rifles posted in the area also fired back at the Kuki militants. The public also condemned the negligence of the centre and state government of the hardships and troubles being faced by people settling in remote and far-flung areas prone to attacks.
su Manipur government na su tumina lai thoiba matang sida adudagi akoina matam sida akoina karigum bimta su tawba akhoi gi pangan su leijada ba adagi akhoi gi hojing moina amuk lakthoe ampose special power ek amuk thamjan bire akhoi sida su akhoi gi karigum bi pangan ama paule taba akoina tawdoi se karino ba central government na khali sina karino Manipur government na khanbiri sina karino akhoi je kari hai ga doino akhoi khangdre ba dugo chingya tamya da leiri ba akhoi di lepham japam khangda hing nungthin khangdana akhoi di sibana ba khangda ga akhoi leiri sine ba do akhoi jina mi natrabra akhoi su haifam khangdre kari hai doino.
Lamsang MLA S. Rajan says he will immediately resign if people in his assembly constituency told him to step down in the interest of the state. An irate mob had destroyed the residence of Rajan situated in Salam, Imphal West yesterday. In connection with this, a public meeting was held today in Salam. Speaking on the meeting, MLA Rajan maintained that he has been extending help to violence-affected people in the state and had also saved the lives of people. He made it clear people of Lamsang AC had elected him as their representatives and that he will accept the decision taken by people.
Moigi ngarang tawriba thawong dudi rajniti khut jaw manba dugumba mongda tawbududi akoi su pende lebaki isui namakta lako hergadi kendra ki praja mayamga meeting tawrasi khanarasi madudai da kendra ki praja na lobo ware to ai yare sarkar tawbar to su MLA to su ai loina yai kendra ki praja na lepa ware to madudai da yai na haiba masi tasena irang sigi lakpa lebaki isui oina lakpa mi yoragadi madudai da koi yaneba moi masen punjalaga hidakar thakchalaga madagi yum thugaini yum mai thane anjangba hoi thugairamo tharamo ke sukaide lebaki bu phane di ke sukaide adu leiramba por chai pukham te kot puraga chakhi badusu kari no badu lebaki isugira kari no ba.
Maira Paibis in Mayang Imphal area agitated over affiliations of army personnel in Mayang Imphal police stations. Convoy of Indian army personnel started arriving at the police station this morning. As the army personnel were about to enter the police station, women folk arrived at the venue and protested in front of the police stations. Later, top officers of police had conversations with the agitators. Eventually, the army personnel had left the police stations. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on second day of Kokomi's indefinite hesitations at Quarambad Market. So keep watching Impact News.
Admission open. Sangai tutorial Kwakathil gi revision course ki class 10 bosem amadi class 12 science course sem gi admission form thaba haujare. Lakliba November 10 ga mari dagi class haujaragani. Loinana December 8 dagi second batch ki class 2 haujare.
Ningol Chakauba amasung Diwali na lakpada Majo Habki Maikidagi offer chow ni Bizari refrigerator, washing machine, smart TV amasung Smartphone su brand makhal suna thamjari up to 60% discount ta phangige. Glassware dage horaga rice cooker, air fryer na chim production brand makhal loina suna thamjari. Kaisampat konjeng hajari lekai Thoubal aduga Manipur da tanatana Guwahati da su akhagi brand hangduna leisare. Ngasi maglingsin birau Macho Hub.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. Kokomi continued its indefinite sit-in protest at Khairamban Market, which started yesterday, demanding immediate withdrawal of AFSPA. Speaking to media on the second day of hesitation, Kokomi spokesperson Khuraizam Athoba stated that a strike will continue until AFSPA is withdrawn. Khuraizam Athoba asserted that the weapons and uniforms worn by the 10 slain Kuki militants revealed that they are members of Kuki militants groups who are under sue with the centre since 2008. Aiding that members of Kuki community are spreading misinformation on social media that the slain militants are village volunteers wielding barrel guns. He continued that people have witnessed the uniform worn by armed men and weapons displayed by them. The public rally in Churachandpur, which sparked the violence in the state, adding that these are evidences that Chin Kuki narco-terrorists have a large hand in play in violence in the state, and the centre must not ignore these facts.
Wherever people masida chapchaba awonba lebak ama purakna naba hono hodaba targadi India government da chapchana achumbana karino aranbana karino habison operation da leidiba Kuki gi militant group ne hairiba terrorist group mayam se makoi loinamak chenai makoi gi vote karak kiba MLA tarana su keno madi UPF ki mafam da thoiba irang asigi waroisin amadi masigi matang da separate administration gi matang da changjalapa khongjang kundima makoi da loina sinare se Manipur da gi vote kaba MLA tarana phawa moida sina thokiba lei maram asina su gi militant singa siga India government na makhata na wari Sharaga Labagi, Makoida moral right, moral authority, Sule Late, India government, Akogi, Midmangasida, Makogi came Saraga, Leheliba Singase, Masilo Tok Tabataragadi, India government, Kuki Yedunglava, narco terrorist Singasiga, Lautuna Tabak Toga Lady Habase, Malang Miamda, Lautokanda, Kukina Satariba, crime Kudimaki responsibilities, India government, the Chapsana, Koi fixed Togani.
Athoba furthermore commented that irate people are carrying out several forms of agitations in different parts of the state as their discontentment have crossed all limits. He added the public must stand united and move towards a clear path and go to save the state.
Wherever people masida chapchaba awonba lebak ama purakna naba hono hodaba targadi India government da chapchana achumbana karino aranbana karino habis parama taminna hodaba targadi akoi miyam se yengnabana lakcharomda changjan gigdara haibagi nungnang madu hawruga leibana maram moira kanda akoi lekai gi penadabadagi agitation tawiriba singna akoi punjan minaraga miyang wi oiba apunba khongjang ase changjan minanaba hona minasi miyang gi mihut oina yaipana naba thabak tawni haidana MLA oina leiriba singase moi punjan birakanda India government ga chapchaba moigi oiba phire moina tawningi ba pot irang asi
Thangwaiban United Club TUC has called off the total shutdown and declared to extend support to CSOs including Kokomi, Amuko and Fox. The move to call off the total shutdown was taken during an executive meeting today. TUC also informed that any organizations or groups should coordinate with TUC before carrying out any hesitations or protest. Press note from Manipuri Students Federation decried the re-imposition of AFSPA in areas under 6 police stations. MSF demanded withdrawal of AFSPA at the soonest. It also warned of stir if the demand is not realized. Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh RSS Manipur Prant condemned the killing of innocent displaced persons inciting minors by armed groups. Through a press note, RSS Manipur Prant demanded the state and central government to swiftly resolve the long-drawn crisis. Korea, Manipur associations along with Indian nationals in South Korea took out protest demonstration over the merciless killing of 6 Meitei civilians by Kuki militants. The protest was held at Seoul in demand for justice of victims. Condemning the brutal killing of 6 civilians inciting baby and children by Kuki militants in Jiribam, children in Kaisampad, Lemazam Laikai staged protest. Displaced people taking shelter at Prabhapati College, Mayang Imphal also carried out sit-in today condemning the brutal killing of 6 people from Jiribam by Kuki militants. Speaking to media, a protester KH Ibemcha lamented that the displaced people do not wish to go back to their original homes anymore and the public needs to teach the leaders a good lesson. The protesters also castigated the continued silence of the state government even when innocent civilians, including an infant and children, were brutally killed. Locals of Kongba Khetri Laikai, Imphal East stay sit-in over Jiribam killings. During the hesitation, people expressed condemnations on failure of government to restore peace and normalcy in the state and silence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi over cold-blooded murder of 6 hostages, including children. United Maitai Pangal Committee UMPC strongly condemned the killing of 6 hostages, including children from Jiribam district by Kuki militants. UMPC also urged the centre and state government to bring in amicable solutions to the rising crisis in the state. Thado Students Association condemned the killing of a woman in Jiribam district's Jairon, a woman in Bishnupur district's Saiton village suspected 10 Kuki militants on November 11 and the abductions and brutal murder of 6 civilians, including 3 children. In the press note, Thado Students Association appealed to relevant authorities to take necessary actions into this incident. The association also urged the people to stay calm and refrain from violence. Locals of Langtabal strongly condemned the destruction of Chumthang Sanapung, a multi-sports complex located in the area during hesitation taken out by people last night. In a press note, MD, coaches, trainers and players in Chumthang Sanapung said the sports complex is open with the help of various shareholders to promote games and sports in the state. They appealed to public not to repeat similar acts in future. The 82nd death anniversary of Maharaj Churachan was observed by the descendants of the late king of Navadip Dham today. Now the sports news. In 78th championship for Santosh Trophy Journal round hosted by Tripura at Akanta Mini Stadium, Manipur defeated Mizoram 2-1 in their second league match, which was played today. Manipur's S.H. Raghui and N. Roman scored 1 goal each in the match. Manipur defeated Sikkim 6-1 in their first league match. Team Manipur will play against Tripura in their last league match on November 19. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. After recovery of 6 bodies of Maitai civilians, including baby and children abducted and killed by Kuki militants, 1 more body recovered from Barak River in Assam Singarborn area. IREC public stormed residences of Power Minister Thongam Biswajit and CAF and PD Minister Laisangtem Susindro over Jiribam killings. Some injured after being hit by bullets. Curfew affects normal life in Imphal East, Imphal West, Bishnupur, Thoubal and Khamchin districts. Shops and commercial establishments in Imphal area remain shut during curfew. Innocent women and children killed due to failure of BJP's double-engine government, accuses CLP leader Akram Ibobi. The former chief minister emphasizes on meeting of 60 MLAs with Prime Minister. And armed Kuki groups fired bombs and bullets in Kadangban Part 1 Maitai village, Imphal West. No casualties reported. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipur Bulletin. So have a great Sunday evening and stay safe.
Alpha Coaching Institute na matriculation exam haibadi class 10 thagadaba chhatra singi damakta numairaba paw ma puduna lakchari. Lakliba December ki tang 13 tagi class 10 gi